In the silence of the night, where the shadows dance with echoes, there's a tale of a soul, battered and bruised, tangled in life's perplexities. A man standing at the crossroads of his trust, haunted by whispers of betrayal. His heart, once a sanctuary, now a battleground of shattered dreams. He was a giver, a sculptor of love from the stone of his own kindness. Yet, in the corridors of his vulnerability, deception tiptoed like a thief. A narrative unfolded, a cruel story untold was left, poisoning our very core, and our souls were love tainted by deceit. She, the orchestrator, he, the unsuspecting protagonist in this tragic feat. The whispers reached his ears like poisoning dripping into his soul, a symphony of doubt played by the hands of suspicion. His friend, once a comrade, was and became a shadow of uncertainty, not because of him, but because of the timeliness of everything. Do you believe in coincidence? Or do you believe she had it in her? And her love he thought he knew, now a riddle of infidelity, and he's stuck in it like glue. Late at night, the weight of it all presses on his chest, the heaviness of betrayal, the agony of solitude. Who can he trust in this labyrinth of deceit? A solitary figure drowning in the silence of a truth that he can't even repeat. Built by bridges with the bricks of his own devotion, yet she chose to dance on those bridges, with which was said none other than the foundation of his own entrusted friend. Now cracked and weakened, thoughts become straws to be trying to draw up a conclusion from. And it's hard because you don't. You don't. You don't work right anymore. Your brain's been scrambled. It's a scrambled mess. He stands up himself, resilient against it all, demanding of himself that he doesn't fall. He gets out there, demanding answers from the cosmos, as I'm driving around this podunk little world. I did so much, he whispers to the echoes of his pain. I did so much for her. How could she do this to me? Just shut me off and shut me out as if I'm nothing. Time and time again. And then cries to me saying, I wanted to come over. I planned to come over. You didn't plan to come over, 'cause I told you. How about you just show up? How about you just show me? How about you just prove to me that you love me? But I don't think you have it in you. Because after what you've done, a symphony of broken promises were echoing in my ears. Echoing. I puked in tears. puked. I never once said that happened to me. I confront her, demanding to know the truth and desperate for answers. Please, just tell me what the fuck is going on. Or how about you show up for me as I showed up for you? Or are you just gonna let the curtain fall? She let the curtain fall. In the quiet of my suffering, I find my strength, a resolve to face the storm, to weather the betrayal. For in the crucible of the pain, a man finds his mettle, and he declares, if you care, you'll show up for me, and if you don't, I know what you're doing. And I already know already. You've made your choice. So I'm making these so so I know. You know. I know. You know I wasn't doing jack shit. But this. Just like when I was working, when you told me you were going to work, and you'd take all of one or two orders before. You just go to the same type of area, and then when I question it, then it makes you mad. Makes you mad. Why would it make you mad? For trust, once shattered, leaves fragments of resilience. In the ashes of deceit rises a phoenix of self-discovery, and in the loneliness echoes of my heartache, I learn to trust not just in others, but more importantly, just the echoes inside of my own voice, the chambers that I've laid inside of my own soul through the prayers and the many things I've done. It's many. And when I said, show up for me then, and show me that you care, I meant, like, if you wanted to prove to me that you cared, you wouldn't shut off your phone in the first place. But then, don't get mad at me for not having you over when I feel like I'm giving you what you want. And then, if you want to be on the phone, stay on the phone. But I know what your choices are. I know what your choices have been. And they've been cold as ice. And no, that's no lie. Everything has been turned upside down and backwards in my mind by you. By what you do all the fucking time. So I'm not gonna deal with your gaslighting, manipulative, narcissistic bullshit anymore. You can't prove to me that you care. You won't show up for me. But I know where you're showing up for. I don't know why you played me and strung me along, but I have a feeling by you switching my keys, and I know why you did what you did. So I know what you're trying to do, maybe, but either way, I don't know who you are anymore. You haven't been showing up for me. You've been showing up for you. And whatever else you got going on. When nobody else knows. Or do they? I'm done with this narcissistic, sociopathic bullshit. You want to be demonic and have that anger? Keep it. Keep it with you. Don't bring it over here. Because what you've been doing to me this whole time, or for however long, has been completely unfair. I thought the words that we shared with our pacts and the good things that we had to share meant something to you. I really wanted them to. But you went another way. I just don't think it's quite nice. And unless you were planning on fucking up my whole life in the process of leaving your old life behind, like, I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're able to do that to me. I don't put anything past you. The things that you're saying and doing with your own. I don't know. I don't know who you are. But I don't think you're ever going to show up for me. Because anytime I told you, show up for me, you wouldn't. Time and time again, all of the times that you shut off your phone, you had no remorse for your actions. None. I don't care what you do anymore. You're throwing away your whole life.